Welcome to TechbrothersIT. In this video, we are going to learn how to perform CDC chain data capture from MySQL to the BigQuery by using a data stream in GCP. Now, what we will be doing, let's say we will create MySQL, then we create a database, and then we will create some tables in that. And whenever we insert the data into that, update the data or delete the data, that will be captured or moved also to the BigQuery by using data stream. So we are going to start from very scratch. If you know already how to create the MySQL or how to create BigQuery and all that, you can skip some part of it, but I will suggest watching pretty much whole thing. Is not gonna be too much a waste of your time. Let's go ahead and first of all we need a MySQL instance. Here I'm on the cloud console, and I'm gonna go to the SQL tab here, and then I'm gonna go to the create instance. Here it will be given me three options. I'm gonna go with MySQL. There is also same thing you can do for a Postgres. Now let's go for MySQL for now, and we will be providing the instance name. I'm gonna call this instance is Amir MySQL, and I'm going to provide the password for my root user. So here you see that this is a root user, and I provided a password. Now what you can do here, you can use for development as we are gonna for demo, and so remember that US central region. So this is important because further if you will go in the demo, you will see that it asks you that it has to be in the same region where data stream. I believe that's what it is, if I remember it correctly, but just keep it a US central. And now we are gonna go to single zone, and there are some specifications or there are requirements that need to be met. With the machine type we are fine. We can go with the 2 CPUs and 8 GB RAM. I'm gonna go ahead and add my IP as well. So here I will be providing my network, let's say if I will say my IP, and then I'm gonna go ahead and provide my IP here. Now hit done, and other things, go to data protection. You want to automatic backups, you want to have enable point in recovery. That's for sure, you need to have it, otherwise your CDC is not gonna work. If you want to have a instance deletion protection, you can leave it enable or disable. Later on if you need to delete or try to delete your MySQL instance, it will not let you do it because you have enabled deletion protection. In the maintenance, yeah, let's keep it everything as it is. Flags, we don't have to do anything, and we are all good here. The only major point that we wanted to cover is your enable bin logs. So right there, that's you have already enabled point in time recovery, and that should be doing just fine. Now we go ahead and say create instance, and it's gonna take okay, fail, please try again, close. What happened here? Create instance. Okay, it's going to create the instance, and let's wait for instance to be created. Okay, our instance is ready, and we can connect to it. This is public IP of our instance, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna right click here and duplicate this tab so we can work on different other parts of it. Now first of all, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and open Cloud Shell. So we will be creating our database, and then creating our table, and then we'll use for some other insert, update, delete statements. Okay, here's the statement, G Cloud SQL Connect Amir MySQL dash user, and in the quiet mode. So I'm gonna hit enter, hit authorize, and now it is asking me, it is saying that take required property current is not set up. So we have to set up our current project. So how we do that, we will go this part here, and I'm gonna copy, and then right click and paste it here, and I'm going to provide the name of the project. So I know that that's going to be my TechbrothersIT PROJ. Okay, our project is set, and now we can use the same query here to connect, and I'm gonna just hit enter here, and now it is asking us you have to enable G-Cloud API that has not been used in this project. So there are a few things I have to do that here. And to enable a visit, I can go actually right here in the APIs, and then enable right here. Okay, I searched for Cloud SQL Admin APIs, and here I was able to find it, and now I'm gonna go ahead and enable it. Okay, go ahead and enable. There are some other APIs I believe I have to enable it later, maybe for BigQuery and all that. So we will see on the way what error we get. So now it is enable, and to use this API, you may need to credential, and I think I'm good here. See right here, it has enabled now. And now I'm gonna try to connect one more time by using the Cloud Shell. Okay, so right now it is saying that hey, it is set to the this project, and my project is right here. If you go, that's looks like the right project ID for this project, so that's fine. And I'm gonna hit cancel, hit enter, and now it's going to connect us to our MySQL. It's allowing our IP for incoming, for 5 minutes, and it's working. So it's gonna ask us password for now. So we are in good shape now. Okay, it is asking us a password, and we are going to provide the password, and then should be all good. Here we are connected to the MySQL, and what we are going to do here, we are going to create our database. So I'm going to create a database called test, create database test, and then we will say use test, and now I will create the table, create table, and let's call it customer. Okay, and ID integer, and then I'm going to give name worker. So that's all we want to give here, and then we say insert into customer values, and I will say 1, and my name Amir, and that's it. And now we will say select asterisk from customer, and it should show us data. So that's all we have here. Okay, so you can see right there all those queries which I ran here. Now we are all good here. What we are going to do, we are going to go to the right here in the search and look for a data stream. Now our MySQL is set, and we need to work with the data stream connection. So we are gonna open the data stream, search for it, and then open it. First of all, it's gonna ask you, hey, data stream API has to be enabled. So I'm gonna go ahead and enable. Once you enable DataStream, then you can go to the navigation menu here, and then go to the tab called the analytics. So see right here more products. So scroll down, keep scrolling, and then you're gonna find one of the tab called the DataStream. I don't know if right there, yeah. See right there, we found it. Now we can pin it, and then we can just click it here as well, and that should do it. It is going to bring us to this part of the portal. Now we will create the stream, and click right here and create stream, and it's going to walk us through all those steps automatically. So first of all, give a name, and I'm going to call it MySQL to BigQuery stream. Okay, that's the name of it. So I would remember it. If you want to give more detail, you can do it. And here your stream and their associate connection profile must reside in the same region. So remember that I'm going to keep in everything in the US Central Iowa. Okay, here you have different sources available. You have Oracle, you have MySQL, and Postgres. So I'm going to go with MySQL for now, and then in the destination we are going to go for a BigQuery. There are two of them available, cloud storage and BigQuery. We are going to go with the BigQuery. Now encryption we are going to leave as it is, and then there are some requirements here that you need to meet. So if you click right here for MySQL source, open, and it's gonna ask you, hey, what you are doing here. You are doing RDS for MySQL, or MySQL, or Cloud SQL for MySQL, or self-hosted MySQL. In my case, it is on cloud, so I'm gonna select for that one, and then see the requirements. So remember that it was asking you, hey, you want to have full backups, recovery, and high availability that we have set up automatically, and we have enable a point-in-time recovery as well. So that's what when we were creating. If you are you haven't done it, you will go back to the your instance and go to the edit, and here you will make those changes. So once it's open, I will show you right there. So you are gonna go right here, and then you're going to the maintenance, and you will select maintenance, and here is actually the data protection. See the backups here, and point in time recovery is checked. So that's what you want to make sure it is there, and after that you should be all fine. And here you will see point in time recovery enabled. That's important to see, right? Now that's what it is asking. Now if we continue, it is telling us here some more things you need to do, and that's which user will be used to connect to the MySQL. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to go right here and open this, so you can see it is a big fonts. So we can create a user called Datastream, and it can connect from any IP. That's what it is, like, so you're not providing specific IP here, and you can provide your password here. So let's do that. In this case we will say test123 $. So I'm going to go ahead and create this user in MySQL. So we'll go back here, and here on the portal we will just paste it right there. So create user data stream, and now next part we will go back here and copy the privileges we want to provide to this user. So I'm going to copy that as well. So you can see that it is select, reload, replication, client, log tables, execution on asterisk data stream in all the tables, right? So go back here and paste it there as well, and now it's done. And now the final statement is the flush privileges. So that will refresh our permissions. So just paste it there and hit enter. Now you're all good here, and we go back to the stream again, and we are going to close this. So we are done with the prerequisites here. We are going to hit continue, and here it is asking us, hey, you define the connection settings. So I'm going to go ahead and say MySQL connection or whatever, give a proper name. So, and then here its region is already selected, and now it is asking you connection detail. So you have to provide the IP of your MySQL instance. So I'm going to go back here, and if I go back here on my main screen where I have overview, I'm going to see my IP here. So that's the IP of my MySQL instance. So I'm going to provide that there, and the port is the 3306. Now it is asking us a username and password. Remember that username we created with the called the data stream. So we are going to use that user, and I will provide that name, and here the password you can copy from the notepad right here. That's the password, or you can type it to your choice. So I'm going to just paste it there. Now you instead of create and continue, I will actually click here on the continue and walk it through from each of that. So in encryption type, you have multiple encryption types here. I'm going to go with none. You can have server only or client, server client, and all that. So for me it's not that really important, but you select accordingly. Next, and then connectivity method. So there are multiple methods available for you. You can do IP allow listing, you can do forward SSH tunnel, you can do VPC pairing and all that. So depending upon your scenario, whatever works best, I'm gonna go with the IP allow listing. So once I do that, it's giving me set of IPs that I have to whitelist. So I have to add these all IPs. So I'm gonna copy first IP, go back to MySQL, and here I'm gonna go to the edit, and in the edit then I will add them in the IP list. So go to connections, and here in the connections add network, and I will say GCP1 or whatever the IP your name you want to give, and hit add or done. And then I will go for second IP, and then I'm gonna go do the same thing. I'll say GCP IP2 and give some proper name. I'm just not really great in naming convention right now. So copy, and then you will go and add another network. So your data stream service can access this MySQL from any of these IPs by using this, right? So that's why we are adding these. Now you're gonna copy and add these as well, and let's say GCP4 and add and copy. You can read all more detail about this because to access MySQL instance we need to add these IPs so data stream can access from these IPs. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna go ahead and actually hit save, otherwise it will not do anything. So it's gonna save that right now. So it is editing, but meanwhile we will move forward. So we have added all those IPs, and now I'm gonna hit next and do the run test. So if I do run test, it should succeed, but depending on the scenario, if it has completed. So yes, in our case it is still editing, but test is completed. Okay, so looks like it has added them. Now we will say create and continue. And if your test is successful, what it will do, it will grab all the databases and show you right here. So if you see right here, you have all tables from all schemas, you have specific schemas and table, and you can do custom. So I'm going to click on specific schemas and table and then select what I want to do. In my case, I'm only interested in test database. So see right there, I have only one table. Customer. And also I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to go and click right here future tables. So if tomorrow I will add a new table, or later if the data stream is already working, that table will be added as a part of CDC as well and replicated to the BigQuery. Now you have if you want to exclude some objects, you have an option, you can do schema.asterisk or whatever the name. So there is a lot of options for you to include objects or exclude objects. And choose backfill mode for historical data, so you can do that as well. Hey, you want to do maybe automatic when let's say you have 1 terabyte of data in MySQL, and you want to go ahead and start right away, or you can do manual. So it depends, you select that. And also if you want to exclude some objects from there when you're doing the backfill, so that's also your choice. I'm going to leave this to automatic, and I want my data to be replicated right away. So hit continue, and now we are going to go ahead and give the name for our BigQuery. See right there, define BigQuery connection. I'm going to call this one Amir BQ, and then that's fine. And this is the region as well. And I'm going to go ahead and create and continue. And here it is asking me data location, data set for each schema. So I'm going to go ahead and select the same US Central IVA, and it's asking me prefix for my data set. So I'm going to call it MySQL to BQ. Okay, so that's a prefix, and then single data set for all schemas, or you can have you have different options here. So right here I'm going to say data set for each schema. Let data stream create a BigQuery data set for each of your data source schema. So you have multiple options. You can go with one, or you can have multiple. So if you do multiples, you have to provide like prefix for those data set. If I will go with single data for all schemas, it is asking you, hey, create your data set. Let's go for single for now and create a data set. Now in this case, I'm going to say Amir BQ BigQuery DS. Okay, that's my data set, and that's where all the tables and everything will go. And if you want to enable table expiration and all that, that's able, you can define it here. I'm going to leave this default and create a data set. Now specify the limit of data stallness. Select a limit to how stall your data may be when queried. Lower stallness refresh data may increase the cost. So it depends like if you how important data is for you, like hey, you want to replicate right away, or it is okay to replicate after 5 minutes, or 1 hour and 4 hours and all that, and you can do that. In my case, I'm going to go with the 0. Ask me why, because I don't have a whole lot of data and we are doing demo, so we want to keep it continue. But you can select, and remember that it says it may increase the price for that. So I don't know if there is a calculator for that part. Wish it would be like, hey, if you will choose this, your cost is going to be this, and if you choose this, the cost will be this. But I don't know if there is any documents for that. So select and experiment and see how it works. Now we can run validation, and it's gonna see or check our input and outputs. So it is MySQL valid connection is available, binary log is enabled, yes, binary format, configure validation, replication permissions, all that is done, and we can go ahead and create. Now we go ahead and create. You will start the data stream, yes. Our data stream is all set, and you can see that right now it's not running, or it is not in the start mode. So right now we can go ahead and click on start, and then it will start flowing the data. So let me go back, and I'm gonna open another tab here so we can I can show you what's happening on the BigQuery side. So we will go here, and I'm going to search for the BigQuery. Okay, let's look for BigQuery here. So here is our right here. You can click, and then you can go ahead and check on actually right here, that's our dataset, Amir BQDS, and as of now we don't have anything here, so we are fine. And once we are gonna go ahead and start the data stream, then we should start seeing those tables start, and it's gonna take maybe 30 seconds. We don't have a whole lot. And here you can see tons of information such as region, label, if you have, and objects included. One in our case, excluded objects, backfill mode, and then a destination dataset. You can click and it will show you the BigQuery, and then encryption and tags. So that is also available. And here is your once this comes up, I will show you more detail here. See right there, 0 in progress, 1 pending, 1 failed. So it looks like it's working now, and it's gonna get us there. So it's running right now, and we should be all good here. You can also create a alerting policy here if you go, and if there are tons of probably alerts you can set up for different things, but I haven't done it. Now what I'm gonna do, you can pause it as well if you need it, and that will be helpful in cases you don't want to replicate the data to the BigQuery for maybe some operations that's going on in your production, and you want to wait for it and maybe just start by end of the day and all that. Now, but again, if you remember that you have point in time recovery enabled and all that, so your logs can grow a little large in size, as well. Now, and what you're going to do here, we are going to go to the BigQuery here, and I'm going to refresh, and once I refresh, it should show us the table. Here is our data set, and now we have our table ready here. And what you can do, we can right click here, just click here and open, and that will do it. And now you can see that we have ID and name. Those are the 2 columns that I created, and another one is added by the data stream, and see right there is called data stream metadata, and you click right here, and it has these 3 columns. So you have like UUID, source, timestamp, and is deleted. So that's great, and we can go ahead and see the data if we want. Open one more time here. Sorry, I totally could have gone for the preview here, and you can see right there, and this was the record already existing there. Now we can go and insert more data here. So let me take to the select statement here, and then what we are gonna do, we are gonna go ahead and insert another statement here, maybe ID2, and name Shehzad, and that will be here. And also what I'm going to do, I'm going to update our table called customer, and set name equal to, just I'm going to say updated name, where ID is equal to 1. So I updated that first record as well, and I'm going to probably let this as it is, and let's create another table. So we'll say create table test, and I will say ID, integer, name, worker, and then age, integer as well. So I create another table, and we are going to insert the data into that table as well. Test values 1, Lisa is the name, and then we are going to say age is 34 or 44, whatever, and I inserted that. And now we inserted one record in test, and let's do one thing, delete from test. So we, after inserting, we also deleted the record, so there is no record in the test, and but we want to see here how the BigQuery will handle that. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me open actually a new window here, cloud So I have opened a separate tab. My internet is so slow. I don't know why it's working like that, but it's taken forever to open anything today. So anyways, here you can see that our customer table is there. We inserted some data, we updated some data, and let's check that. And now when we go to the preview, we are gonna see that data right there. Remember that we did not delete any record, so we did not see that. So first we had one Amir, then we inserted two Shehzad, and then I also updated my first record as well. So I changed from name to the updated name. That's what I did. So you can see that it's capturing all the information. If I will go to the test, if you remember that in the test table, we inserted a record and then we deleted them. So we have ID, name, age, and then these are the columns. Record type come in be in the BigQuery, so it can track if there is any the action is deleted or just it is insert or update. So we go to preview here, and you see right there, this is the first record I inserted, and then after that I deleted that record from the table. So you can see right there, data set data stream metadata is deleted, so you can see it is true. So it was inserted first, this one, and then it was deleted. So this is how it will track your all the records. So all the column will come, and then there will be an extra record set column that comes with the UUID and then the timestamp, and then you have is deleted flag if it is the record is deleted or not. So you can take a look. So I hope this video will help you to learn how you can get the data from MySQL or from Postgres GCP SQL instances to the BigQuery and track the CDC parts of it. I thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in next video.